My name is Kimberly Starkey. 2 weeks ago, this council adopted a code of conduct which states, in part, recognizing that the actions of each council member impact the public perception of the whole council, council members shall strive to treat the public with respect. Within days, the mayor referred to citizens as knee-jerk reactionaries. Councilor Hansen referred to county citizens as vociferous fringe while simultaneously denigrating the county commissioners. The commissioners received a veiled threat from Councilor Weaver regarding the possible unintended consequences of the commission voting to protect its own jurisdiction. Even the city manager stooped to scare tactics, suggesting that the city might not continue police or fire assistance within 1/2 mile of the city. These are just the most recent examples of the poor treatment the county citizens have received from the city of Laramie, but this kind of disrespect has been going on for years and building for years. 7 years ago, almost to the day, county residents who live outside the city limits to the east were just living their lives, not bothering anybody. They received notification that some changes might be coming that could affect their property. The first provocation was in the form of a recommendation made by an out-of-state, unlicensed consultant hired by the city. The consultant recommended that those citizens be forced to connect to city sewer with no legitimate basis for such a recommendation. Several months later, City Council considered an ordinance that would have given the city manager special powers, including the power to test water and inspect land use on private property within 5 miles outside the city limits. No probable cause, no warrant needed. After 4.5 years of my neighbors and me enduring and combating relentless false claims, some from city councilors, that we were polluting the Casper Aquifer, the Albany County Commissioners, those officials that we elected to represent us, adopted regulations that balance protection of our sole source of drinking water with respect for our property rights. Next came the imposition of the flow control ordinance outside the city in that 1/2 mile, wherein the city government mandated that when county residents had property that they wanted to dispose of, their solid waste, they had to do business with the city at the city's prices or pay a penalty. 1 week later, House Bill 85, a bill limiting the extraterritorial jurisdiction of municipalities and granting final authority to county commissions in their own jurisdictions, was introduced in the Wyoming legislature. Make no mistake, the actions and attitude of the City of Laramie administration, staff, and councils were directly responsible for House Bill 85 being drafted in the first place. And is it any wonder that the citizens of Albany County literally sent hundreds of messages to the legislators and the governor in support of House Bill 85 as a remedy to the bullying and injustice inflicted by the city of Laramie? I want to share a short story of the lobbying efforts by a city representative 2 years ago. As the primary governing body, you should know what your ambassadors are saying. I attended the Senate Corporations Committee hearing on House Bill 85. The room was packed, and the chairman did an excellent job of fleshing out the pertinent issues surrounding the bill. On behalf of the city of Laramie, this person stood up and addressed the committee. To the best of my recollection, the following statement was made. The city of Laramie has used the statute once, just recently, for flow control to the city's landfill. Without this ordinance, county residents would dump their garbage on their neighbors' properties. Understandably, this preposterous remark was met with an audible gasp throughout the room. So I would like to publicly thank tonight that city ambassador, your city manager, Janine Jordan, for making those remarks. I firmly believe that those remarks sealed the overwhelming support and passage of House Bill 85, 53-7 in the House, 26-2 in the Senate, and by extension, the unanimous passage of the nullification resolution this morning by the Albany County Commission. In conclusion, my remarks this evening are not meant to bully you, rather to provide some perspective. The county residents have clearly had enough of the city's meddling outside its jurisdiction, and I hope you will take that to heart in your future decisions having to do with anything outside the city limits. My hope is that each one of you will take an introspective view, not only of your own conduct, but that of the city management, and assess just how far you have strayed from meeting the city's stated mission, vision, and core values. I hope you will welcome the county commissioners as the equals that they are, and I hope you will share Commissioner Richardson's stated desire that the city and the county work together for the betterment of the entire community.
Thank you. Mr. Hale?